What the fuck going on, brother? YouTube. Welcome back to another reaction video. It's your boy Sheila's Bila. On today's video, we're gonna go ahead and react to 6 terrifying cave moments caught on camera, man. So we're gonna go ahead and see what the hell is going on, goddamn. So road to 5K subs, ready to hit 1,000 already. Now you need those 4,000 watch hours. We halfway, so we're gonna reach that goal for shit show. Gotta reach that goal for sure. So let's get into the video.
A note taker, do it
So they're trying to make money off the YouTube. I can do
meetings,
that.
not your notes. It captures everything from action items.
A YouTuber named Alex
Fuck it, working fuck another 5 so I
is
can
known
do
for
a YouTube
exploring some of the most
podcast.
dangerous, narrow, and unpredictable cave systems in the world. But this time, his
We
passion
gonna see what the hell these people be, what's people's purpose of exploring caves, and niggas be dying in this shit.
nearly cost him his life. On November 3rd, 2023, a group of 5 young men, including Alex and his close friend Jacob, set out to explore a cave they had never been in before. The plan was simple: follow the rope, reach the end, and document the journey. But nothing ever goes exactly as planned underground. At first, everything seemed fine. Headlamps on, boots laced, spirits high. They moved deeper inside, unaware that the conditions had already changed, and fast.
Do it!
Not long into their descent,
I know if I was to do this, I would die. I'm not gonna lie, I would fucking die. I'm gonna tell you why, cause bro, when it comes to small spaces, bro, nigga, I'd rather be in that bitch passing out, nigga, and not even thinking, bro. I'm saying, bro, that shit, like, short, tight spaces, bro. Like when you can't even move, bro, that shit be pissing me off, bro. Pissing me off, broski. But if we was like forced to explore a cave out of my whole family, I'd probably be the person to do it. I ain't gonna lie, cause I feel like I'll definitely panic, but I won't. You know, I feel like I'll be the only person to like make it, either me or Elbert.
they found themselves battling
make it
rising
out.
water. The cave's narrow passages were partially flooded, making every step harder and far more dangerous. The air was heavy with moisture, and the rocks were slick. Every step forward took them deeper,
Like that.
both into the
Oh
cave
my
and into
God.
the unknown.
What happens if you pee in a wetsuit? Just asking
It just stays.
I'm asking for a friend.
It just stays.
I would definitely need goggles for sure. I ain't gonna lie.
They were still laughing, talking about reaching the end of the tunnel, but beneath the surface, tension was starting to build. Jacob, who had scouted part of the route ahead, tried to warn them. Some sections are completely underwater. You'll have to duck your head just to get through. There's no way to breathe in parts of it.
Okay, they definitely got goggles.
Still, the group pushed forward,
Oh, this the
following
dude
the
that
rope and hoping nothing
this the
would
dude
go
that
wrong.
panicked, didn't he?
But as they went deeper into the flooded tunnel, fear began to show on Alex's face. His confidence faded. His movements grew tense and frantic. The water level kept rising until it filled his ears, and the only way to breathe was to tilt his head straight up toward the ceiling. The deeper he crawled, the more unstable he became, until suddenly, everything went wrong.
You going, Jacob? Oh, he just barely.
One of Alex's friends panicked. Struggling to breathe, he grabbed onto Alex in desperation, nearly dragging them both underwater. Cold, water, darkness, claustrophobia. In a cave, panic is your worst enemy. Despite
Literally.
the chaos, they somehow managed to keep their heads above water. Inch by inch, they pulled themselves back toward the light. By the time they reached an open space, both Alex and his friend were scraped, bruised, and completely exhausted. It could have ended very differently. They were lucky to survive.
Bangkok is
What's
one
the
of
fucking
few
reason for
global
niggas doing this
cities
shit?
Where you can buy full seasons
Oh
for
my
Ritz
God.
Carlton Red.
Man, and you know, I watched a few of these, and it was a guy who was, he just kept on going under, bro, and like his body was tilted, like his head was like down first, and he was crawling to a dead end, bro, and he was stuck for hours, bruh. Like, he was stuck for hours. Nigga couldn't even pull him up because he was just stuck. Bro, that's fear, bro. What the fuck?
This man was exploring a cave when he reached a dangerously narrow passage. Determined to push forward, he
Like,
squeezed himself
look
into
at
the tight
that
gap
shit.
and nearly became stuck. The video was uploaded to YouTube on January 10th, 2022, under the title, Smothered in a Claustrophobic Cave. The man behind the channel, Caveman,
And you wearing hoodies and shit, and like, nigga, oh, boy, I'll get my ass. Boy, I started to get the crime, boy, I
Hikes,
ain't gonna
has
lie.
posted dozens of similar videos where he successfully escapes caves after long and risky explorations. But in this video, things look far more tense.
So far, I haven't felt like that squeeze, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to take the light with me, is the problem. If I go Superman style, I can certainly get through, but then my clothes are going to bunch up, and it'll look cool on camera, but very uncomfortable bunching clothes up and backing up at the same time. So one of the nice things about these is you can use your feet.
And you can't call for help. And you can't do shit. You gotta just take the death.
Feet for leverage, and you can't see that, but I take my feet and I pinch it up against the ceiling, and then I use that to leverage
Fucking
myself backwards.
goofy.
So I'm leveraging myself through here, and I fit okay. It didn't look like I was gonna, but I'm pretty much. I just have a hard time leveraging myself to move myself over this knuckle.
Cause it's damn hoodie.
But it's gonna be a little lossy here.
For a while, he keeps trying to push deeper into the cave, but eventually realizes he's almost completely trapped.
Trying to give you a decent view of what's going on in my little gumdrop's life here. I'll bring you closer. There we go. So it's all about leverage, and I don't know where my feet are here, but I'm working my way through here.
That's all about leverage.
As I
Get
can.
the fuck up.
I can't turn and see. You see, this is the problem with the clothes bunching up. My knee pad's caught.
And what's crazy too about all this shit, bro, is like if I had that hoodie, bro, like I would tape. If I was to do that shit, which I would never do, I would tape myself, like tape everything. Cause nigga, I ain't gonna lie, if I was to do some cave shit, bro, it would have to be. I would have to know what the hell going on, and everything's like got a bunch of space, like so you entering a cave without having to climb, do all this other bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, hell no. Like, I'd tape myself, strap myself up if I had a hoodie on. And I know it's hot, so it's like, bro, like, ain't you not tired, dying?
Okay.
You in
At
one
that
spot for
moment,
like
he
30,
decides not
30
to risk it
minutes.
any further and begins carefully backing out the way he came. Fortunately, he manages to escape without any injuries. This story comes from the YouTube channel Action Adventure Twins, run by two brothers, James and Edward. Since early 2020, they've been exploring dangerous and extremely tight cave systems, documenting their underground adventures. But in March 2021, one of their expeditions brought them terrifyingly close to death. They decided to explore the well-known Pettyjohn Cave in Georgia. By that time, they had already visited several sections of this sprawling maze-like cave system, even discovering an underground waterfall during one of their previous trips.
Crazy.
They felt confident enough to
Underground
take on the
waterfall.
challenges of this underground labyrinth. However, this time, Their goal was one of the most difficult sections of the cave, appropriately named the Nervous Breakdown.
This one's tight.
And it's named the Nervous Breakdown. It's named. It's
A
wet,
title
moist.
that perfectly
man.
describes
Fuck
the
outta
mental
here.
state of anyone attempting to pass through it. The beginning of the trip went smoothly. The brothers squeezed through a narrow entrance and reached the first open chamber of the cave. But soon, the passages began to narrow again, forcing them to crawl through tighter and tighter spaces. After about 25 minutes of crawling, they faced their first serious obstacle. A muddy chamber with a deep, narrow pit in the middle that had to be carefully skirted along the edge. One wrong move would mean falling into a tight shaft with almost zero chance of climbing back out. The slippery walls and lack of solid footing would make it nearly impossible to pull someone out. After safely passing this dangerous area, they finally reached the entrance to the infamous Nervous Breakdown.
These niggas think they water or some shit. They just slither through like a snake, all this other shit. And that's the crazy thing about it. Like, nigga, you don't know what's in there. You don't know if it ain't no snakes, no dogs, no boy. If you in a tight ass spot, and you see a motherfucking dog or a fucking wolf, bro, or a snake coming at you and you in a tight spot, ass out, oh my God.
To their frustration, part of the surrounding area had collapsed, making it much harder to find a safe route forward. Rocks were scattered everywhere. Narrow
They don't
drops
be
surrounded
bringing
them,
no guns
and
in there?
pitch black darkness filled the space. After a long search, Edward eventually located an entrance and decided to go down, leaving his brother above as a backup in case something went wrong. He had no idea that this decision would become one of the biggest mistakes of his life. After descending a bit deeper, Edward tried to contact his brother, but there was no response.
I found a rope. I don't hear James anymore. Uh-oh.
He suddenly found himself in a nightmare scenario, lost in an unknown part of the cave with no way to communicate. At first, he tried to stay calm and continued moving, still hoping he would meet James somewhere ahead. But after 30 minutes of searching and calling out with no answer, the reality of the situation began to sink in. He knew that panic was the worst possible reaction, but anxiety was slowly taking over. After countless failed attempts to locate his brother, Edward decided to retrace his steps, only to realize how difficult that would be.
James!
That's why you need that rope.
James!
That's why you need that rope.
It's been like 30 minutes since I last saw him. I don't even know where I'm at. I tried to go back to the last place I saw him, and everything just looks the same. It's just a jumble maze.
Every direction looked exactly the same in the dim light of his headlamp. Narrow tunnels and uneven rock walls offered
Because
no
you,
landmarks to
oh,
help
you definitely don't want to turn left and go down, and this nigga, oh,
him
you don't want
remember
to do
where he
that.
had come from. With every step, the situation became more desperate. A single wrong choice could leave him wedged in a passage too tight to escape. Or worse, he could fall into a hidden fissure. Even without physical injury, it would be easy to wander in circles until exhaustion took over. The recording, which began with excitement as he entered the Nervous Breakdown, could have ended as a tragic documentation of his final moments. After what felt like endless wandering in circles.
Hey, I'll be bringing food. I'll bring some Chick-fil-A shit, you know what I'm saying? Some tissue just to shit on these motherfucking rocks, you know what I'm saying?
Edward finally spotted a small but familiar detail, a piece of marker tape he had noticed earlier on his way down. Following it, he was finally able to find his way back.
James! Oh. You're over here? Ah. Dude. This place is a maze, man.
Oh, hey, I see your light.
Dude. I thought we were never gonna see each other. Dude, I know.
After reuniting, the brothers stayed together for the rest of the expedition and eventually made it safely out of the cave without serious injuries. This experience didn't stop them from exploring caves. They continue to upload videos to their YouTube channel, but now they do so with far more caution and much better preparation.
We have got to the point where literally anybody
Yeah,
can build
but
a fully
some
working
people-
app without knowing how to code. This is
But some people, they fuck around and like, they know they limits, and some people don't know they limits, and that's how they be fucking dying, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, damn, definitely need that rope.
The following story took place in January 2014, when a group of cave explorers set out to conquer Lost John's Cave in Lancashire, England. This impressive cave system stretches for about 3 miles, with known depths reaching around 700 feet. Most of the team had years of caving experience behind them, and, like many seasoned explorers, they were confident in their abilities. They carefully prepared for the expedition, studying maps, planning their route, and packing the necessary gear. But in the world of caving, there is a brutal truth. When something goes wrong, no amount of planning can guarantee safety. Even the most experienced explorers can find themselves in life-threatening situations. That is exactly what happened to one member of the group, Bob Johnson. At first, the expedition went smoothly. The team moved deeper into the cave, using their equipment to overcome each obstacle. But everything changed when they reached a section known as the Tube, an extremely narrow passage that required crawling forward on their stomachs. To make matters worse, part of the passage was filled with water, making visibility and breathing even more difficult. Despite the dangerous conditions, the group decided to continue. The thinnest member went first and managed to squeeze through. Bob Johnson went next, and he was far less fortunate. At first, he made steady progress through the tube, but soon he began to struggle, even in the slightly wider sections. Somehow he reached the narrowest part of the passage, and that's where his luck ran out.
Come on.
He became completely wedged from the waist down, and every attempt to free himself only made things worse. Being stuck in such a tight space is already horrifying. The feeling of solid rock squeezing your body, the walls closing in, you can't move, you can barely breathe, and panic begins to creep in. For Bob, the nightmare was just beginning. On top of being trapped, he now had to face a far more terrifying threat: rising water. Water makes any caving trip infinitely more dangerous. In a dry cave, even if you get stuck, at least you have time to think, time to plan. But when water starts rising, the situation becomes deadly within minutes. Imagine freezing water slowly climbing up your body
Cold water,
while you are trapped
too.
in solid rock, unable to move. The terror is indescribable. Bob knew he had only a short time before drowning became a real possibility, and he fought desperately to free himself. But the water soaked through his clothing, making him heavier, and his escape attempts even more hopeless. Just when the situation seemed completely hopeless, one of the team members had an idea. The idea that would ultimately save Bob's life.
Yeah, it looks tight. Billy, I get it. Pull it!
Instead of trying to push him forward, the team members behind him began carefully pulling him back the way he came, and it worked. Bob was finally freed, though his ordeal was far from over. Later, he shared in the comments that he and the 2 teammates who rescued him had to crawl for another 3 hours to escape the cave through an alternative route. This incident left such a deep psychological scar that even today, Bob says he can't watch the footage from that day without experiencing severe anxiety.
Damn, it was that bad?
This unsettling video was filmed by Jacob, an experienced explorer obsessed with uncovering the secrets of abandoned mines. For nearly 20 years, he had descended into forgotten tunnels, documenting his journeys and sharing the hidden history of these places with his viewers. But this time was different. This time he encountered something he would never forget. On the cold, rainy evening of December 5th, 2017, Jacob drove down a dark, deserted road toward another abandoned mine, unaware of what awaited him underground.
Okay, that's the portal to the Waldeck mine. I'm inside. The wind has kind of died down a little bit, and it's not raining, so I managed to stay dry.
Can't
Of course,
see
I'm
nothing
inside
but
this little,
darkness. Boy, what the
alcove,
fuck?
kind of. But anyway, you
Why
come
you
down
cold
this
here?
little incline
Hey man, I ain't gonna lie, you two. Shit got a little cold. Got a little chilly in that bit. Hold on.
path, and then big boulders here you have to climb over.
Got a
and
little
then the
cold.
tunnel's
Got a
right
little
behind
chilly
me.
in that bit. I'm like, hold on.
This
Quinn.
way. So let's check it out. Let's get in here.
At first, everything seemed normal, almost calm. But the deeper he ventured, the stronger a strange feeling of unease grew inside him as he passed beneath rotting wooden beams, barely holding back the crushing weight of the earth. After more than 15 minutes of walking, something strange appeared on camera.
We're going to take this branching tunnel that we skipped on the way in. I'm assuming that X means a dead end or somebody died.
A faint flash of light
You gonna
deep
still
in the
fucking
tunnel,
slide.
like a distant flashlight beam. Though Jacob didn't notice it at the time, moments later, disturbing sounds began to echo through the tunnel. Soft, whisper-like noises coming from somewhere just out of sight.
Do you hear that? Sounds like, what, is that wind? I don't know if you can hear that on the camera. Do you hear that? It stopped. Well, I don't know what that is. That doesn't sound like wind, but that's crazy. Don't know if that's a bird or I don't know what that is. It almost sounds like snakes, but wow. I've heard some weird stuff in mines, but that is definitely creepy. I don't know what that is. So let's get out of here and head back out to the portal. That was weird. I think I keep hearing something. That was strange. I hear the air blowing here. Wow. I'm getting out of here and you can really hear that airflow. I'm getting out of here and heading home.
Uneasy, Jacob turned back toward the entrance. But on his way out, he noticed another tunnel he had missed before, and cautiously decided to investigate.
Looking down the tunnel here.
Nigga must be scared of sunlight. Hi, cat. Look at my daughter, man. She looking cute. Y'all see her? She'll be famous one day, man, for the right reasons, though.
Don't know if you can see that in the video or not.
Inside, steel chains hung from the ceiling, ordinary at first glance, until he saw one of them slowly swaying back and forth, as if someone had just touched it. That was enough for Jacob. Realizing he was not alone, he immediately left the mine and never looked back. To this day, he still has no explanation for what happened in that tunnel. It remains an unsolved mystery.
That's the funniest thing, bro. The funniest thing is like, God's still with you, bro. God's showing you signs that nigga, that bitch moving. That bitch shouldn't have moved. It's 8 of them. 8 chains that literally is not moving. That one chain is moving, bro. You gotta get up out of here, bro. And if you would have went through, you would have died. Cause that means you saw a sign and you didn't go through it.
This unsettling 30-minute video was filmed by a man named Daniel, who entered a cave with 2 of his friends despite having no proper caving experience or equipment. Only a few minutes after going underground, they got lost, as anyone would expect. While searching for a way out, Daniel discovered a small chamber crawling with massive spiders.
Oh! I would have had a mask on.
I'm not scared of spiders, but there's a shitload of them. Okay, spiders, don't touch me and I won't touch you.
And to make things even worse, one of his friends nearly became stuck between the cave walls. At first, the group tried to stay calm and act as if everything was under control. But as the video goes on, the tension rises and panic slowly begins to take over. Fortunately, after a terrifying struggle in the darkness, all three of them eventually managed to find their way out unharmed.
And especially like
Oh, there's another video. Let's watch a little bit of this video right here, cause I want to see what the fuck.
Are you wondering how much it will cost you to start off a company in Dubai?
In Dubai, Bangkok. Man, get the fuck on.
A man named Francis Zuber runs a YouTube channel where he films himself skiing across snowy mountain terrain. But in one of his videos, which has gathered over 1 million views, he captured a far more unsettling encounter in the
Oh, shit!
In the video description, he wrote, "Tree well rescue in the Mount, Baker Side Country. I was skiing a zone with a partner when I passed by a snowboarder, upside down and buried in a tree well. I only caught a glimpse of his board, but it was enough to get my attention."
Damn, nigga. That's a lot of fucking snow.
While skiing in the mountains, Francis Zuber miraculously spotted a snowboarder who had been buried alive in the snow and managed to save him. Underneath the snow was an experienced snowboarder named Ian Steger. He had flipped over on his snowboard and plunged headfirst into a deep drift. Zuber happened to come across him, first noticing the snowboard, then a single leg sticking out from beneath the snow. According to experts, there was no chance Steger could have freed himself on his own, and he likely would have suffocated if left there. The footage shows Zuber quickly digging out the snowboarder's face so he could breathe, before uncovering the rest of his body.
All right, how you doing? You good?
I'm good.
Okay, good. I'll get you out of here in a sec, okay?
Oh my
Steger later
God.
explained that he hadn't heard Zuber approach. All he could hear while trapped was the sound of his own breathing.
Because he wanted to be calm.
This man set out on a solo
Damn.
hike through the Austrian mountains. His route followed a barely visible trail that wound its
Nigga,
way
nigga
through
don't want
dense
to
forest
snow
and
no
rocky
more.
slopes.
I mean, it's that snow.
He planned
Do
to
some
reach
shit
the
like
summit
that.
before nightfall, but instead stumbled upon something entirely unexpected. An old World War I cemetery, a place that doesn't appear on any map.
Niggas
Deciding to stay for a while,
niggas just be
he
looking
began
for
carefully
death.
examining and studying this forgotten burial ground. The video carries the chilling title, "They're in the Cemetery, Afraid of the Light and Screaming." The title itself suggests a ghost story waiting to be told. Whispers of fallen soldiers' spirits rising here at night. But of course, that's nothing more than legend. What makes this discovery remarkable is that no one before him even seemed to know this cemetery existed. The old wooden crosses and weathered stone markers barely peek through the thick moss and overgrown grass, while the silence surrounding the place makes the atmosphere all the more oppressive.
Like, bro, like, come on, bro. Like, if I was to do some shit like this, it would be like with a bunch of streamers and a bunch of security guards and stuff, and we'll just, you know, have some fun like that, and it would be safe, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, ain't like none of this, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, what the fuck is that niggas must be loving death. Oh, hey, I'm next. What the fuck is y'all doing, man?
As he explored the graves, for just a moment, it seemed like a face was peering out from behind one of the headstones. Most likely, it was only an illusion. Shadows and beams from his flashlight creating the eerie effect of pareidolia. Still, the sight was enough to leave a deeply unsettling feeling.
Illusion?
Do you want an apartment in Phuket? In a quiet area?
Man, girl, get the fuck
Just 5
on.
minutes from a white sandy beach?
In
And away
Phuket.
from...
I need to go over there and do some videos.
The next disturbing encounter was uploaded to YouTube on
Alright, it's the
October
last
1st,
one, y'all.
2022.
It's the last
While
one.
descending the rocky ridge of Mount Futago in Japan, this man was suddenly ambushed by a bear from behind.
Oh, shit.
Instead of panicking, he relied on instinct and chose to confront the threat head on. He began shouting in an attempt to scare the predator away, striking downward with his hands, delivering front kicks, doing everything possible to show resistance. Then he scrambled back up onto the ridge, anxiously looking over his shoulder to make sure he wasn't being pursued. Later, upon reviewing the
Damn, the fucking bear must have seen this nigga or something. What the fuck? I would have been running, boy, but I probably have to do the same shit he doing.
footage, it became clear that the bear had attacked to protect her cub. He had unknowingly entered her territory, and that's what triggered the aggression. Since the animal had struck first, he had no choice but to act purely in self-defense.
Damn. Shit. Alright, you two, that's the end of the video, man. Yeah, nah, that's crazy, goddamn shit. Road to 5K subs, man. Ready to hit 1,000 already. Now we just need those 4,000 watch hours, man. So, let me see y'all boys, man. We out.